Hey everybody, welcome to Love Above All with Brandis. Today I have something different that I'm going to be sharing with you. This is my first Google Hangout that I've ever done before, and I was very, very fortunate to be asked by Jodi Piotrowski. She has her own channel here on YouTube, and she is a life coach. She's a beautiful singer. She does book reviews on her channel. She has inspiration, and she's just a very, very, very sweet spirit, and I had such a blast doing this Google Hangout with her. So if you'd like to just learn some more things about me, I would be extremely, extremely honored for you to do so.
Welcome everyone. This is my very first Soul Igniter series, and I'm interviewing Brandis, Mrs. Love Above All with Brandis. We're going to talk about her YouTube channel today. So first I'll tell you a little bit about my intention with this series. My intention is to interview people who are sharing their passion and their purpose with the world and just spreading so much love and positivity. And Brandis is such a wonderful example of somebody who's doing this. I don't remember exactly when I found your channel, Brandis. I think it was probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I don't even know how. I just put out the intention that I was going to find people who vibrated with the things that I had to say and, you know, similar kinds of messages. And I remember when I watched your video, the first one I found, I just thought, wow, she's so awesome. Yay, I'm excited.
Aww. That's awesome. Yes, I know. I remember you. Yeah, you said something, and I think it was like my welcome video or intro or something. And then you're like, yes, I totally understand what you're talking about. And so I think there was an immediate connection there that we just were able to resonate on the same level with some things. One thing I'm going to try to do real quickly is turn my camera around. Am I like vertical or horizontal right now the way you see me? Yeah, so I'm going to try, can that even, okay, there we go. That's going to be better, and that's just going to be better for everybody. So sorry about that, Jodi. Okay.
This is so fun because this is both of our first time using live Hangouts on air. So.
Yes. It's awesome.
With it. That we have this opportunity. And thank you so much for being my first.
Yes, thank you for asking me. This is just so this is so cool. This is so cool. I would see Justin from New Future Builder. He would do this with people, and I mean, I could do this all the time. I love connecting with people. So this is just great, and I'm so happy that you asked me to do this.
Awesome. Well, let's just dive right in, shall we?
Yes.
So my first question for you is, tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to create your YouTube channel.
Okay, so basically just a little bit of my background is that I was a Spanish teacher for about 8 years. I had 2 different high schools, and so I went to Spain and I studied abroad there. I've always had a passion for teaching, and I loved Spanish. But then basically there was just a time when I think God said, okay, you're done with this part of your life. And then he brought me into motherhood. And I never knew if I wanted to stay home or if I wanted to continue teaching, but that was kind of like decided for me. It's just the way that everything ended up, moving. And so right now I'm staying home with my 2 children. I have a daughter named Estella, and she is 4 years old, and then a son named Bryson, and he's 20 months. And they keep me extremely, extremely busy. And I mean, it's the hardest job in the world. And when I was a teacher, it was a lot, but children, they keep you very busy. Mm-hmm. And I'm married to my husband named Ryan, and he is just amazing. And he's originally from Louisiana. I'm from Illinois. And so we did long distance for a while. We met in college. He was doing an internship where I was studying and going to school. And we flew planes back and forth, and then we were driving back and forth, and finally we were able to convene together and got engaged and married and everything like that. But yeah, he's the love of my life, like just amazing. And we'll be together 10 years. It'll be 10 years this July. Aww. So, but just amazing. So I think just very blessed. So I have the teacher background. I love being a mom, and I'm with the love of my life, and I'm just so blessed with that.
Wow. That's beautiful. I love hearing that.
And then the second part was why I started my channel, right? Is that the second part of the question?
Yeah, what inspired you to create your channel?
Okay. So basically what inspired me, to create the channel was, just a spiritual experience that I had. And this was probably as I was leaving teaching, and before I knew I was pregnant with my daughter. And, basically I experienced just, a lot of release, a lot of freedom, to be who I just really was, and to let go of just all the stress that I was carrying and all the baggage that I was carrying. And this was through a naturopathic doctor. I was experiencing some health issues, and it's almost like he was at that time a life coach for me, unconventionally, but he was a life coach for me, and really let me, I think, blossom into who I was really meant to be and everything like that. And I'm continuing on. But through that whole experience, I just really felt God's love for the first time at a really, really deep level. I was able to really accept myself for who I was. And it was a message that I just wanted to share with everybody, and I wanted everybody to know that. So that's how I started my channel, was to really just kind of share my experience, and to try to communicate the best I can. I mean, you can never really communicate solely that well what you experience, or how you really experience that freedom of understanding that there's something greater than yourself that really is helping you and allowing you to thrive here and everything like that. So I was trying to share that, and that's how, it all started. I just felt like I had to. Before I died, I had to get like the lessons that I learned within that real spiritual time of my life.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like you felt this sense of responsibility to share something that had completely transformed your life in an amazingly positive way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a terrific reason to start a channel. I love that. That's hugely inspiring. So my next question is, what inspired the name Mrs. Love Above All?
Right. So I had been watching YouTube for a while, and it's so funny because I watched a lot of different people at the time, but there was this one YouTuber, and her name's Miss Gold Girl, and I just really, and she's still around, and she's more of a beauty guru, but I was attracted to her personality because she was the type of person that just said it like it was. She just was who she was. She would speak her truth. She was who she was, and I admired that about her. So I liked that Miss part. That's why I think I put Mrs. That was just like a model. I didn't know what the heck I was doing at all when I was starting YouTube at first. And then the love above all, I just, my experience with feeling God's love, that's what I felt was the highest priority. Love is the sweet spot. It is a universal language, no matter what religion you are, no matter what theology you have, no matter what, doctrine you hold. Love is a language that we can all communicate in. And that's what I see in everybody. You know what I mean? I try not to label, I try not to judge. If we can have that common thread, and if I can see that in everyone, if I can see their love space, their love spot, and connect with that, then that's amazing. And our world can work very well if we could all connect on that thread. So I think that's what, and I was reading the Bible, I think I saw actually love above all, and that really just touched me and penetrated me at the same time as well. But that's my overall attraction to it.
Wow. Yeah, that name really drew me to you, because I definitely agree with you on that. Love is so powerful. Love is what we're made of. So.
Yeah.
Okay, my next question is, how did you feel when you posted your first video?
Yeah, absolutely nervous. I mean, I know you were going through my videos today, and you saw my first video, and yeah, totally nervous. I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I have no idea. It wasn't scripted or anything, and I just started talking. So I was very nervous. I was like shaking, if you couldn't tell, in the video as well. I totally felt like I was. Really? Because I was like, but very nervous. And yeah, so totally nervous. I knew I had an idea of what I wanted to say, but very nervous during that first video.
Wow. Yeah, I'm really happy that I watched that today, because I could feel your clarity of intention and purpose. And I noticed your sense of responsibility in sharing this message, and it was just brilliant. I love that.
Aw. And
Yeah.
I was very clear back then. That was 2013. I was a lot more clear then than I am now. Definitely when you add kids to the mix, it throws you off your mission a little bit. So, I mean, I'm getting back there and it's all going to turn out the way it's supposed to. But yeah, a lot of clarity in that first video.
Yeah, I feel that life kind of takes us on interesting pathways, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Okay, my next question. What has inspired you to keep going? Oh, this really relates. And what are
Yeah.
the many blocks in creating videos that you overcame that you can share with others who are wanting to create more videos?
Yeah. So what kept me going, definitely like my channel is like divided, right? So it's like I have this home decorating, homemaker side to me. And then I also have just this, yeah, like spiritual side. I want to share inspiration. I want to talk about God. I want other people to, yeah, feel God's love through me if they can. So it's divided into two parts. So I was definitely motivated to keep going in the beginning just to kind of get my message out. So I did that. And I think after I was done with that, then I got pregnant with my son and things happened. And I was trying to just figure out like what else I was going to be, moving towards because you kind of go in and out of that. But I want to mention some women here because definitely like YouTube is all about people. It's all about connection and relation. And there were several women that really just I was able to connect with that gave me that I think that push to just keep going. And the first person was Carol from Uplifting Home. Because no one was really commenting. I wasn't having a conversation with the YouTube videos that I was creating. So I was like, oh, what do I do about that? But I think Carol was one of the maybe a couple, one of the first or second people that like commented on something, and she just kind of gave me that extra push that I needed. And then that trickled down into Nicole from Help Mama Remote, and then I found out she was from the Chicagoland area as well, so that was a connection. And then that gate opened up into I did a collaboration with Adrian from Crafty Mom, and then there's a couple more people, and then Catherine from Amateur Decorating Like a Pro, Kimberly from Diva Designing on a Dime, and Tori Toth. So these are just women that like just lent a hand. Because I don't label myself as a decorator or anything. I'm just having fun and experimenting and just trying to provide love for my family. And they reached out a hand and just said, hey, do this with us or whatever. And I just love it. And that's how the community is, like the decorating and organizing community on YouTube. And everyone is just so generous and invites others. And really, so for them, they have helped me immensely just have put that extra dynamic into my channel.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's something that I've noticed about you. You're very, very good at uplifting other people and bringing people together in communities. And you're very relatable and welcoming. I think those are some of the qualities of your videos that I really appreciate, and so do tons of other people.
And so are you, Jodi. So are you.
Yeah.
Right away, your personality is so welcoming. Like, absolutely. I feel it on your Facebook page and YouTube and our conversation right now as well.
Aw, thank you.
And
All
then
right.
it was the blocks, right? If I had any blocks, was that the second part of the question? Were there any blocks in creating videos that you overcame? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I would just say, especially with, anything. Number one, I feel like even expressing your relationship with God or who you believe to be God or whatever, that's very personal. So that was very scary. I'm like, and to do that on YouTube, who am I to even share my experiences? That was always something that was there. And then with decorating, of course, like, I love, doing different things in my home or whatever, but I am not a decorator. I'm not, trained. I don't label myself as such. I'm not an interior designer. So I'm like, this is just me. These are just things that I like to do. I love changing things and moving objects in my house all the time. That's just how my personality is. But at the same time, I'm like, oh my God, I don't compare to like anybody that's out there, but it's just fun for me. So I had to just get over the fact of comparing myself to people and just do it because it gives me life, because it is fun for me, and share it, and accept the fact that people that are going to be drawn to what I'm doing are going to be drawn to it. And people that aren't are just going to keep walking by. And we all are going to attract different people and different way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you just have to help yourself get over that too. But yeah, definitely there were blocks.
Oh, that's brilliant. And I love what you said. When you share your authenticity, then you draw people who are a match to that and who appreciate you for being authentic, which is, does that feel liberating to you to share your truth in such a way?
Yeah, it is. And it's a constant evolution, because I'm totally not 100% there yet, and I probably never will be. But it is every little bit that I can, like they say, like with the onion, every little bit of that peel that you can tear away and expose of yourself. It is very freeing.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
This is so cool, Jodi. I love it. Okay. It's so cool.
All right, next question. So what's your favorite thing about YouTube?
Okay, so my favorite thing about YouTube, and really it was well, last year, 2015, that like God really showed me. I mean, yeah, it's not about making videos. It's about the community. It's about the connection. It's about the people that you can talk to. It's about the energy that you can feel. It's about the presence that you can feel during the day. It's about the joy that you can experience. It's about the inspiration you can get and the inspiration that you can spread. But it's all about community and connection and people. I mean, that's what it's about. It's not about, oh, I'm going to make these videos and become this big YouTube star. It's just totally about people and community and relationships. So that's my favorite.
That's beautiful. It sounds like the videos are more of just a means to a greater purpose of bringing people together.
Yeah, I'd have to agree on that.
I love that. All right. What do you appreciate most about building a community and finding inspiring and helpful channels on YouTube?
Yeah. So building a community, just, I think that the main thing is that me as a mother and going through two, pregnancies and deliveries, there's a lot of recovery time as a mother. Okay. You're really, I would say that first year, you're healing. Really, I truly believe so. Your hormones are balancing again and you are healing, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. And for me, YouTube was just a way to get inspired again and get life back. And so I almost feel like, I want to be that same person for maybe other mothers out there or other people that are kind of just in that slower pace of life. So I'm hoping to build that community, that type of community, and just offering that spiritual component as well. And yeah, that's what I would say about that.
Wow, I love how all your answers are really flowing into the next questions.
Are they really?
Yeah, in a really harmonious way.
Okay.
Yeah, my next question to you is, what's the biggest thing you get out of sharing your creativity?
Right. So the biggest thing is life itself. It's such an outlet for me as a mother and as a previous teacher. I love being able to share information and to be able to connect with people. That's what I loved about teaching, to be able to connect with my students, to be able to connect with my colleagues, and have that outlet. So it gives me, and the creative outlet, just doing these videos and just, doing the movie maker and doing whatever I can. That's what I loved about teaching and presenting and making PowerPoint presentations or whatever. So it just gives me that life back and that sense of purpose to even, again, inspire just one person or make one person think differently about something or make them happy that day or whatever, because that's what people in the YouTube community have done for me.
That's so beautiful. I love that. That makes me think about how purpose can be something that lights you up in your everyday experiences. That it doesn't always have to be something big and some kind of big calling. It can be just the energy you take to whatever you're doing. Like that's where you come from with all of all of your creativity.
Oh, thank you.
All right, what is the biggest impact that you desire to have on others through your sharing?
The biggest impact I would say is, and I don't know if I communicate it well because I'm still evolving myself, but I want people to find God, within them. I want people to be able to really thrive and be who they are meant to be, not to do anything I'm doing or whatever, but find the power that they have, find the connection to God that they have, and carry that through them and carry that through the rest of their life. We're here to live an abundant life, and we don't have to be just, depressed all the time, or we don't have to be worried all the time or be anxious all the time and things like that. So I want them to really be able to find that power, deep within them, the connection that they have in order to live their best life while they're here. Again, that's like a high, that's like a high goal. But I'm trying to express that little by little.
I certainly feel that from all of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea for sure, but that is my goal and objective.
Awesome. So is there one core message you would say that's weaved through all of your channel that you would most significantly like to impart to others, or more than one?
Right. I would say, yeah, definitely on the spiritual side and the inspirational side of my videos, it's really just wanting to inspire someone to make that connection for themselves, to have those moments with God that leads them to bigger and better things in their own life, and to, for it to bring them to higher places. And then on the decorating side and recipes and things like that, it's have fun, be creative, try things. Maybe it'll work out, maybe it won't. Don't be ashamed of yourself or the things that you're into, because you might inspire somebody else. And everyone's always ready for ideas. So you may have an idea that no one has come across yet, and that information is valuable. And just try it and go past the fear and just do it. Even if it's silly and it doesn't turn out the best, just try it anyways.
Mm-hmm. I love that. And I feel like the strongest, most powerful way to teach is to teach through example. And so it feels like that's what you're doing. You are walking the walk that you're sharing.
Thank you. Yes, evolving. That's what it is. I see a lot of YouTube channels where we're evolving, and that's what's so cool, like seeing other people's journeys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you see YouTube affecting the planet?
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's double-sided. I think on the positive aspect of it, just so much inspiration. I think that people can capture so much inspiration and positive energy, and we can learn so much. There's so much that we can learn from one another. We can be inspired. We can be uplifted. We can collaborate, meet other people. We can, who knows who's watching this? Younger kids or whatever, and they're going to be able to learn and get inspired from people all over the world. I think that's just amazing. And then on the other side of it, just as with anything, with any type of TV, you don't want people, I guess, watching different shows and thinking that they have to live up to certain people or be jealous of what other people are doing, but to really monitor yourself and to watch YouTube, because this is real life. A lot of it is real life. Some of it isn't, but a lot of it is real life. But with the lens of being grateful and happy for the gifts that these people are displaying on their channels, and not to be jealous or have those things or think that you need to be like this person. So I think you just really have to monitor yourself when you are experiencing the different channels on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like that's a really important point as well.
Yeah, just a balance. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that brought up another question. Oh, yes. You mentioned that you don't know who's going to watch your videos. And who knows who you're going to inspire? Does that
Mm-hmm.
that inspire you to think about that? That you could infect so many different people that you've never met before.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. And I would love to just talk to them. That's what's so hard because you don't know. You really have no idea exactly who your subscribers are or where they're coming from or what kind of, just what situation they're in or whatever. So that's hard. But yeah, it's awesome. I mean, amazing. I mean, just how different it is than when we were kids. So let's say, we were whatever, going through something at 16 or whatever, and I could have went to YouTube and, just received guidance or inspiration from someone. That's awesome. I mean, we probably got it from books and then, teenagers or anyone younger or older can get it from, YouTube nowadays as well. So I think that's awesome. And then the fact that could be anywhere in the world is like so cool. Yeah.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what are you currently most excited about with the projects that you're creating right now?
So I'm really excited about the collab that you and I are going to be doing and other YouTubers about things that keep us inspired. So I think that's going to be awesome just to do that. And then there's other,
creating that, by the way.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I mean, that's just what's so cool. It'll just be fun to do and to see and to share. And so yeah, that, and then there's other collaborations that I think I'll be doing too, just a couple. And for me, a lot of times it's just, it's all per inspiration. So whatever hits me at the time is what I'll go towards. So it's not planned. I'm not in that place right now where I have like a planned schedule of like, this is what I'm doing every week. So that's always exciting because like sometimes I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but that's the exciting part of it because then I just let that creativity flow and move forward. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about that. I don't know. You probably already can tell as well. I mean, like, I don't know exactly where this channel is going per se, but I just know, like, on my channel, it's, faith, inspiration, and home. Those are my main posts that I'm trying to follow and just include. So, yeah.
Well, that just makes me think, like what you mentioned earlier, is sharing your journey. That in itself is so valuable, and just always honoring your truth as you're going through your journey.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah, and I have to keep asking myself that, and that's also just great for any YouTuber out there just to constantly come back to why you're doing this in the first place. And that one video that you inspired me to do about what is your why. So that's huge to constantly ask yourself that.
Awesome. Oh, okay. So I love your writing. You have videos where you share your writing, and you're a terrific writer.
I don't know.
Do you plan to delve more into your writing or other modalities of expression in the near future?
Yeah. So those are, again, per inspiration. When I do those little writings, I've been journaling since I was 16. So for me, I've never considered myself a creative writer, but I write. I have to write to process information. I have to write to connect to God and to my, inner self. So I've always been writing. I wrote a book, Teaching on Purpose, and that's for school. That was about my teaching journey. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that yet. I'm starting to see little pieces, revealed as to how things are going to look. So I plan on doing something with that in the future. And I don't know if that's just going to stick with teachers or if I'm going to then generalize it more. But I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work. But that is something that I really enjoyed doing. And then everything I'm doing now is just more spontaneous. I don't have any other books in the work right now, but that could happen in the future. I have no idea. But the book that I wrote was completely inspired, and it was just the right place at the right time, writing down the right information. But I want to congratulate you really quickly on your ebook that you just put out as well. That's crazy. Awesome. Did you do that? Did you just write that this year? Or have you been working on it for a while?
It was basically the last 2 months.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. I like to
awesome.
And just make things happen.
That's awesome. Yeah, you do. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, thank you very much for bringing that up. Now, I would love to read your book. I just want to put that out there. I've heard you
Yeah.
mention it in several videos, and I want to read it. So
Yeah, I need an editor. I need to do, there's so many different things I, feel like I need to do before it all falls into place. And that'll come. That'll definitely all come. Being
yeah,
a mom right now, I haven't had that quiet time to delve into it again. YouTube is fun. It's a real outgoing outlet. Reading your book takes a lot of solitude. So that I don't have. I don't have solitude right now.
actually, yeah. It feels
Yeah.
like seasons for things, right?
Mhm.
In our life,
Mhm.
when
Yeah, love that.
creativity makes more sense based on where we're at. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like you kind of answered this question already, but maybe you can add anything if something comes up. Can you give us any previews of what's to come in your creative journey?
So yes, and this is something that I shared with you via email today, and it's so ironic that this all happened before I'm talking to you right now. But in addition to just continuing YouTube and just continuing to share messages and information and projects as they come, um, I've been searching for a while. Like, when I left teaching, I really felt like, okay, I'm gonna have to get that book published. And I already was starting to feel that message of coaching. The word coaching was kind of coming into play. Um, and just that thought. I really didn't know much about what it was per se, but that was just kind of like entering the zone. And so probably about a week ago or so, it's like, when God hits you with something, I mean, I trust that now. Like when it's your time to do something, you're going to know. You're going to know it's time. I like to, I tend to just like waffle a lot, like waiting, like begging for, that like zing to happen for the go ahead because I'm not patient. So, but it really did happen for me probably about a week ago where I was really torn. I was talking to a friend and I was thinking, oh, okay, I'm going to go back and be a therapist. And that's going to be 2 more years of school and whatever. And then there's the life coaching aspect on the other side. And me and my girlfriend were having a conversation about that. And what really ended up happening at the end of that conversation was an understanding of that, yes, it is time for me to go into some type of a training. I am ready. I'm ready to go into training. I know that I have more to learn. So I knew that. So I was waffling between therapy and then the life coach. And then after a lot of research and things like that, I had been looking for a Christian life coach program for a very long time, for probably, 4 years, as long as my daughter's been born. And I haven't found anything that really clicked with me. And I just did. So I'm not enrolled yet, but I know that that's the direction I'm going to be going. I don't know when that's going to happen exactly, but it's very exciting to find the right fit, because you want to find the right fit for what you're going to be doing. So I think that's going to be up and coming in the journey, and this is going to be documented. So we'll see.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I can look back on this and see what happened, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's so powerful to declare it like this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So happy to hear that you're doing that because, oh my goodness, just in watching all of your videos and in watching your first video today, I felt how much of a coach you are naturally. It's nice to have that training to build our confidence and really give us a sense of what it is we're doing, right? When we take on coaching or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I see how brilliant you are. You naturally are already as a coach. So I'm so happy to hear that you are pursuing this and you're going to help people.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I have a lot to learn because I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and things about this one institute, and yeah, just about the active listening and about. I mean, I already feel like I'm an active listener, but really the emphasis on that, as coaches, you're drawing out information from someone, right? And the way I view it, Jodi, and maybe you would agree, it's like, yeah, I've been journaling since I was 16 and being very introspective, and it's almost like when you're with a coach, it's like speaking journaling, right? Like you're really helping someone out loud with the journaling process, with the process of that introspection and things like that. So that's exciting for me because, yeah, naturally I just love asking questions.
Yeah, it's so powerful. I know having coaching sessions, sometimes someone will just ask me a specific question and I'll get this insight that I never would have come to on my own. There's something about talking to somebody and your collective intentions. So I can totally hear what you're saying.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's amazing. Yeah. And I've been doing that all my life. I really have. Yeah. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so my next question. There are a lot of people who would really love to create videos and share their voice in the world, but who don't have the belief that they can do it. So what would you say to someone who is eager to take the plunge, but hasn't yet found the courage or motivation to share?
Yeah, I would just tell that person that they have a voice, you know, they were created for a reason. They're here for a purpose. And even if the information that we're speaking of, if everyone doesn't agree with it, that's okay. But we all have literally a God-given right to be able to voice our own opinions and to be able to, you know, spread any messages that we have. And if you feel that deep calling to, you know, share a message with other people and to share who you are, then yeah, to just do it and to not be ashamed, and to be doing it for the love of doing it, not to be expecting anything of it. So I think to really release expectation. So yeah, starting any type of a channel or anything, it really needs to be coming from that authentic and genuine place of really wanting to do so. And then you'll have fun either way.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that. The more truthful and authentic, the more magnetic somebody is. Do you agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm working on that all the time. Yeah.
Okay, are there any final thoughts that you'd love to share?
God, are we seriously almost done? That's crazy. That's like the last question, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Jodi. Wow. Yeah, I think my main final thoughts are just to, follow God, you know, who you believe God to be, and to not be ashamed of yourself, and to just, to go for your dreams, to keep on going and to keep digging deeper and to keep asking yourself the question of who it is you want to be, what it is you want to be doing, and to like journal that out every single night. You know, what do I really want? What do I really want? What do I really want? And the clarity comes. You know, I don't think I'm totally there yet, zinged into place. I don't know if any of us will ever be, but just constantly ask yourself that question to start creating the life that it is that you want. And for me, it's not the external life that you want. What's the internal life that you want? Where do you want to get to? And that's the real question. And those, you know, and by asking yourself those questions every single day, what is it that I really want? You're going to start to meet that inner peace that you're looking for. But you have to be willing to ask yourself those questions. And you will then deliver that outward, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's in a book, whether you write a song, whether you decorate your home, and whatever it is that you do, but that will come across. That energy, that peace that you're able to cultivate. If that makes any sense. Sometimes I'm like, what am I saying? I have no idea. But okay.
Well, good thing that we recorded this so we can go on.
Yes.
Yay. Wow, that went by so fast, didn't it?
It did, right? See, but that's how I know, Jodi, that like and I'm not necessarily the one meant to be talking, but like just communicating with people, being with people, like that's what I'm meant to do for sure. Like I know it. Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was such a pleasure talking to you. I'm so thankful that you are my first interview.
Yeah, this is awesome. And you're going to be so just fantastic at, I mean, you already are at like bringing people together, and you're such a, safe presence as well. Like, I mean, I knew right away, like I'm able to just tell you anything, and you just have that presence. And a lot of coaches do, right? And you're wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. I so appreciate that. All right, a final call to action. Everybody obviously go and subscribe to Brandis's channel and follow her journey and share your message also.
Mm-hmm.
Any call to action you'd like to?
Yes, and I'd like to call to action is to check out Jodi's channel, Jodi Piotrowski, right? Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah.
Piotrowski, okay. And you're a beautiful singer as well. You have just a beautiful voice, and you just did your first ebook as well. Is that your first ebook, or okay, that's your first ebook? And you do book reviews, and you just give inspiration yourself. And so to check out Jodi as well, if that's something that you're into, and you're the person to go to, I think, help with clarifying purpose as well, for sure.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Oh, this was so much fun.